Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and what do you know, we're doing a brand new Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe, it helps my channel a lot. Alright, and also remember, this is my first time playing this format. It's the first time I've touched these cards, looked at them, so my choices are without any sort of uncertainty going to change as the format progresses. So if you're coming into this late and you don't know, you don't know if you want to trust my choices on this, fast forward to future drafts. Please, I urge you. I'll have a much better grasp of the format as we progress. As we progress, rather. So, Eternal of Heartstruce, 3 mana, 1/3, Afflict 2, and when it attacks and isn't blocked, draw a card. Okay. Afflict 3, 5/4, and it has to attack. Let's see here. We got a Flash Flyer. We got a lot of Afflict here. Geez. Manalith, Ruin Rat. What's this hostile exile land card? Well, I don't know about that. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think we're actually going to start it off with this 3-drop Afflict 2. This effect is usually pretty good. The attack and not block draw a card. That's good value, especially if you have like combat tricks and stuff. Okay, so here we have Open Fire, which seems like a pretty solid removal spell. 3 mana instant, 3 to a creature or player. Seems good to me. But we have this Dagger of the Worthy, 2-drop equipment. +2/+0 and Afflict 1. Okay. This Unraveling Mummy seems really good because it works with itself. In blue, we have a 1 mana 1/1 that turns into a 4/4 later. Seer of the Last Tomorrow. Discard a card target player puts at top. Okay. We have a Cycle Common Desert Land. Interesting. This gains life when it comes in. All sorts of cards I need to learn about. Okay. Zombie Camel. That's cool. I kind of feeling like we're just going to take this Open Fire because removal is good. What does this do? Deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. That's good too. And then it's, I think Open Fire is better though because even though this deals more damage, this can deal it to the face too. I don't know, maybe. I think that's right. Chandra's Defeat. 1 mana instant, 5 damage to target red creature or red planeswalker. Okay. Refuse, 4 damage to... Okay, I remember seeing this one. We went over that one. That one's not that impressive. Another Seer of the Last Tomorrow. So no blue card I'm really thinking about here. We have a bunch of Cycle lands. And intertapped. We have this Frilled Sandwalla. I think this card's actually probably pretty good. 1 mana, potentially attacks as a 3/3. Harrier Nagas, 3 mana, 3/3. 2 mana... 2/2, and we have the Cycle Trampler. Nothing standing out as insane in here. I'm fine taking the Frilled Sandwalla. What's this appeal do? This is pump where X the number of creatures you control, and then authority, tap up to 2 target creatures your opponents control, and your creatures you control gain vigilance. That's pretty good. For 3 mana, pump a dude, tap 2 vigilance. It actually is pretty good. I don't know how good yet. I'm going to take this Frilled Sandwalla. I don't know how good this one is either, but it's cheap, and I like that you can make it a 3/3. So consign. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That's pretty good, and then you can make an opponent discard too. That's actually really nice. Instant speed bounce. We have Unsummon. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying until end turn. Whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, pay 1. Okay. So you can get this back. It's actually kind of cool. 4 mana 3/1 flying zombie. 2 mana 1/3 when it dies, draw. That's not a bad cat. 4 mana 3/3 Afflict 2 pumpable. I like that. Okay. Granitic Titan, 6 mana 5/4 menace, or can be okay. Plenty of good effects here. Lifelinking whenever you, well, I think I'm actually going to take the uncommon here. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then you can make them discard 2 later. I kind of like that. So this is 3 mana, 3/3, can't block unless you control another zombie. Still pretty efficient though, but block is important. Quarry Beetle. Return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Good with the Cycle lands. 5 mana, 4/5, not bad. This Desert, pay 1 life, add a green to your mana pool, or 3 sack a desert, but you can only do it at sorcery speed. That's okay. 5 mana 4/4 Vigilance Reach is actually pretty good. I like that. And remember, the assumption is that the format is slowing down. So this lets us splash, which probably isn't bad either. If the format slows down, splashing seems a lot more realistic. Hexproof Cycle is pretty good. I don't know what it's hard to prioritize what's the best right now. I like the Vigilance Reach. I think I'm going to go Vigilance Reach 5-drop. I don't know if this is the best, but I'm going to assume it's pretty good. Okay, so this is pretty good. 2 mana +3/+3. You can kill people with it. It gives reach too, so it's a little bit of versatility on that. Otherwise, a Ruin Rat, which has Death Touch, which is pretty good. And it gets rid of Aftermath or Embalm or Internalize. So, pretty useful actually. This is okay too because you can do the same thing. I kind of feel like the Gift of Strength is fine here. I don't know how high to prioritize these desert cycle lands either. We're sort of going to have to figure that out as the format goes. Remember, you're learning in real time alongside me, so if you don't like my picks, I totally understand, but it's because I like to learn formats as I go. I don't like to... I'm not a huge speculator anymore these days. I'm more of like just play and learn. Bloodwater Entity, 3 mana 2/2 Flying Prowess. When it enters battlefield, put target instant or sorcery card. That's kind of cool, actually. You don't get strict card advantage, but Flying Prowess is a nice ability combination. I do have some blue, too. We could try this card. Counter target spell, okay, pay 1 for each, and it's got cycle. That's not bad. Another Gift of Strength would probably be fine. I do kind of want to narrow down what I'm doing, but this seems like a very interesting card. I'm going to take Bloodwater Entity. We're going to try it out. I'm interested. Okay, so now we have Granitic Titan. Okay, that's probably fine. Countervailing Winds. In your graveyard, I mean, this can... I guess it cycles at any time, so that's not the worst. So this scries one, or you can remove... Oh. This actually seems okay, doesn't it? Is this not good? You can always scry one? I don't know, that actually seems okay to me. And then this guy's a fine finisher, but I feel like finishers are usually easy to find. We'll try out the Sunset Pyramid. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It doesn't seem terrible, though, to be honest. Okay, we have a Flash Flyer. This is typically okay, to be honest. You get a nice little surprise blocker with evasion. Manalith is ramp fixing. And then you have Traveler's Amulet, which can also let you splash, which is okay. Let's sort by color. Let's sort of figure out where we are. Because this is blue-red, this is blue at least. And then we have 3 green. I'm going to take the Reed Stalker here. We're going to see what we can do. Okay, so some late blue picks. I don't know how I feel about this guy doesn't really... I don't really like it all that much. Deals 1 damage to target player. Activate this only if you control a desert. Okay. Well, I feel like we could get a desert. This guy's an okay blocker. I don't know how I feel about the 1 mana 1/1 Eternalize, dude. We'll try out the wall that works with deserts. So here's a desert, but sort of off color, probably not worth doing. I don't really like the Cyril that much. Chandra's Defeat is more of a sideboard card. I don't know if I like Refuse. I guess you can copy. Alright, we'll try it. I don't think it's particularly good, but we'll try it. Okay, your Gilded Celadon, 5 mana 4/4, attacks, control a desert, target creature can't block. That's a strong effect, I guess. And then we got the Menace. Maybe we'll try it out. Okay, we'll take the Proven Combatant. Abomination actually seems playable to me because, like I said, getting rid of... It's not one I'm super high on, but the fact that it can get rid of Aftermath, Eternalize, and Embalm is not bad. Alright, so I feel as though blue-red is the direction I can go here. I don't really like Hollow One all that much. Puncturing Blow, 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die, exile it. That's pretty good. 4 mana, instant. Oh, it's sorcery. Okay, a little bit worse. Whenever you exert a creature, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. That's kind of cool. Exert a creature, too. 2 mana, 2/1 first strike. Discard a card and it gets +2/+0. That card's cool. That is a good card. That's a good 2-drop. 2 mana, 2 power first strike is nothing to scoff at, especially with a built-in ability that makes it good when it's blocked. But I don't know how good Puncturing Blow is yet, because this card seems good, too. Kill things for 4 mana. I'm almost tempted to take this Minotaur, though. This seems like kind of a special 2-drop. 2 mana, 2 power first strike inflatable with a discard effect that synergizes with some of the cards we're going to see out of Amonkhet. It does actually seem like a pretty good card. Pretty good one. Spellweaver Eternal, 2 mana, 2/1 Prowess Afflict 2. Wow, this card's good too. These abilities are all pretty nuts. I'm going to take the Minotaur over the Puncturing Blow just because it's cheap. Alright, well, I think I need to just, at this point, solidify myself into an archetype, and it's probably going to be blue-red. So, Firebrand Archer, 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. Reasonable, not amazing. Cunning Survivor, 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever you cycle or discard, it gets +1/+0. And can't be blocked. That's kind of cool. And this is a desert. Sacrifice a desert. That's okay. Gets rid of a bunch of things sometimes. Cunning Survivor versus Firebrand Archer. I kind of like that this has like pseudo evasion. This seems like it synergizes better with a deck like this, though. That's probably going to be pretty spell based. Whereas this is more cycle discard based. Okay, we'll take the Archer, I guess. Magmaroth. 4 mana, 5/5. Beginning of your upkeep, put a -1. Whenever you cast it, remove it. Okay, that's kind of for this deck too, it seems like. Unquenchable Thirst. 2 mana. Tap and change. Okay, that's actually not bad removal too. We don't have any deserts yet, but I'm assuming we can find some. Creatures you control gain trample, draw a card, not bad. Reedstalker, Riddle Form. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can have it become a 3/3 Sphinx, and then it also lets you scry one. That's pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. I feel like the Magmaroth might be better. It does get smaller each turn, but a 4 mana 5/5. I guess the problem is the first time you attack with it, it's basically just a 4 mana 4/4. But then if you have a removal spell or a pump spell, it goes right back up to 5/5. We'll give it a try. We'll give the Magmaroth a try. Hour of Eternity. Exile. This is so expensive, I'm not really... I should have been checking the prices on these cards, by the way. Brand new format's the best time too. This is 25 cents. I don't think this card's particularly good. It's pretty expensive, but do we even have anything else? 3 mana instant, draw 2, discard a card unless you return a land. Okay, that's actually not bad. That's not bad. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Okay, that's actually not bad either if you have enough of a graveyard plan, which this format you would expect to have quite a bit of. This is pretty expensive. 5 mana at best. Well, 7 mana you could get... And it's creature cards from your graveyard too? I don't know. Something about this card bugs me. But maybe we just give it a try because it's a rare. I actually don't think this card is very good. But we're going to try it because I'm not giving up anything crazy. I guess I'm giving up a desert, but that's okay. So let's assume it's a 5-drop 4/4, which admittedly is not that great. Dunes of the Dead. Put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie. Okay. Vizier of the Anointed. 4 mana 2/4. Search your library for a creature card with Eternalizer and Balm. Put that card in your graveyard. Shuffle your library. This card's sweet. I like that a lot. And then this dude's cheap. This seems like good value, though. I'm going to take this Vizier. I mean, do we even have any? I guess we do have Eternalize. Okay. We'll take it. So we have a Desert we can take. I don't really like the Seer that much. So we'll take a... Wait, Imminent Doom. 3 mana... Oh, yeah, I don't really like the Imminent Doom. I think this card is... Whenever you cast a spell, convert mana cost equal to. So you have to have a lot of 1-drops to even be able to use it right when it comes in. And then it gets bigger. I mean, if you have a nice build around for it, I could see it going off, but... Because you can hit the face with it, too. Oof. If I had a bunch of 1-drops, I'd feel comfortable playing it. I just don't know if we can get that. So maybe just take... I mean, it looks like a fun... Maybe we just try it because it's rare. It's the beginning of format. All right. I think the Desert's probably a better pick, but we'll maybe start to try and build around it. What do you do? Sacrifice a Desert. Okay, each opponent. We could take the Combatant now. What do you do? 3 mana, 2/2 Prowess. First strike as long as it's attacking. That's kind of cool. The Prowess seems like it's good in a deck like this, but this Proven Combatant works better with the Imminent. If we can't make the Imminent Doom work, I don't really care. But it's also easy to get clogged up at 3. I'll still take this guy. He's got... Prowess seems like... This is the right deck for Prowess. So there's Archer. Kindled Fury is typically a combat trick I kind of like. And I guess it does sort of work with our Imminent Doom, too. Okay. We'll We'll take the Kindled Fury. So this Spellweaver Eternal seems fantastic. A Flick too as well. It just pushes damage through. It's got prowess. We'll take it. So a bunch of off-color cards here. I think we'll just let people have them because we're pretty solidified into this archetype at this point. So Unquenchable Thirst. We don't have the Desert for that. We could do the Riddle form, try this out, but you have to have... We only have 7 non-creature spells. I think we're good on like 4 and 5 drops. I mean, this still makes it so they don't untap. I guess we just take it. Tragic Lesson seems pretty good. So we'll take that. Instant speed too, which is nice. Card advantage. So what's the weakest card in our deck right now? We don't even have deserts for this. This is probably going to go. Alright, unsummon. Sure. Let someone have that. Abomination's probably expendable. This is like a 2 mana. Well, it's better than unsummon, I guess. Usually you want straight removal, though, not bounce effects, but this is okay. So we've got Cycle, Land. We have Tormenting Voice. Vizier is cool. I guess it works well with our Hour of Eternity, and it cycles as well. Heckma Sentinel's more of a cycle card, not as much of a prowess card. So Tormenting Voice lets you kind of fuel a little bit. Might just take the Vizier. It's probably the best card for us. We could take the Farmland because we just play it 100%. It's going to make our deck. We're probably going to get enough playables. But this does, in fact, like ramp and let you do cool stuff with Exert. So we probably just take it. Accept it. Yeah, now that we're not going to get deserts, or presumably not going to get deserts, we can cut all desert-related cards. Edifice is a very strong card. I love True Heart Twins too, but Edifice is pretty strong. True Heart Twins is actually just a very good card too, but I'm going to take the Edifice here. It just shuts off things. Fetid Pools, once again, same argument as before. I actually really like Naga Oracle a lot, though. Thresher Lizard's good, but I feel like we're actually going to have some cards in our hand. This is nice because when you're getting flooded, it gives you a 2/4 body and helps you draw into things you want. This is just cool because we play it 100% and it cycles if you're getting flooded. And I guess it lets us play the Oblivion. Alright, I convinced myself. I'm going to take it over the Oracle. So I don't know if I need the Sunset Pyramid. This is cool that it gives you some card advantage, but it's not like super fast. It looks like Imminent Doom's not going to happen unless I get like at least 2 more 1-drop things. I mean, it doesn't even do anything unless you have the... Basically, I just took some rares because they're interesting rather than I actually think they're good. You know what I mean? Deem Worthy is very good. We'll definitely take that. Not giving up too much for it. That's on color. Scribe of the Mindful would definitely be good in a deck like this, but we probably wheel it, and it's not that good anyway, so... Trial of Knowledge. We don't have cartouches. Hieroglyphic Illumination is more card advantage. Gale Strike might be what we want. It's a... We do need some more creatures, I guess. Thresher Lizard is in fact that, but we actually have some decent high-end... Oh, I guess Gilded Ceradown's not that good for us, because we don't have the Desert. So we do need some more creatures, I guess. Okay, I'll take the Lizard. Lizard usually was pretty good. Okay, Brute Strength is good. Over Sentinel and Crab, I'm fine with that. So... Unquenchable Thirst is going to be a lot worse. But it still does deal with things pretty effectively. Interesting. Looks like Imminent Doom is likely not happening. Do we want to play 16 lands too? Our curve is relatively low, actually. I don't know how I feel about this Pyramid too. It's okay. It's not bad. Maybe it's better than Tragic Lesson, but this is like instant or sorcery you can actually return with some of our cards. So we can take another Lizard. I mean, these are just good when you run out of hand. 3-mana 4/4s are just legitimately good. We don't really need cancel. Scribe is okay. We have some stuff we can bring back. Like, we probably wheel the other one. I'm just going to take the Lizard. Slitherblade. I mean, it does work with our Imminent Doom. We don't have any... Well, we have a couple ways to boost it, but I guess I don't really need anything else anyway. We'll take it. I mean, it would be cool to make an Imminent Doom deck work, but it's probably just too cute. Did we manage to get no Embalm, too? Basically just Eternalize for Vizier. I mean, it is extra value, potentially, but... Yeah, we really did not get much Eternalize, interestingly. So we can take Tormenting Voice now. Painted Bluffs is a desert for our desert cards, but I'm not really feeling it. We wheel Trueheart Twins? That's absurd. This card is so good. This card just kills people. Even if you have no Exert like we do, it just pumps your team. It's a 5-mana 4/4. Alright. Cancel. Probably don't need the River Serpent. Don't really need the Sentinel either. Got the Scribe back. Could take the Initiate. I guess we do have a fair amount. Like, it's good with the Minotaur and stuff. Am I even going to play the Scribe? We can get back our Hour of Eternity. Deem Worthy. I'm not going to play Refuse to Cooperate, I don't think. Open Fire. It's just not that good of a card, though. I'd probably still take it, I guess. Alright. Whatever. Crab. I get it anyway. I can't avoid it. So I should have just... okay, that's fine. Let's separate stuff out here. Take a look at what we're doing. So we have to make quite a few cuts. I think the Imminent Doom plan is just off. I don't need it. Which means I may not need a Slitherblade. This is probably still fine, because you can just kill your opponent with it. Maybe we're off the Scribe plan. Like, I probably don't need... I don't need a few of these things. I'm not going to do the Refuse to Cooperate. It's okay, but I like that it lets you copy instant sorceries, but we'll try the Hour of Eternity out. I'm willing to try that out. Imminent Doom's not happening, though. Sunset Pyramid is okay, but I guess we have, like, Tormenting Voice and Tragic Lesson, so we already have some good card advantage. We probably don't need the Pyramid. Maybe it's a little clunky. Unquenchable Thirst with no Desert is still probably playable, but not great. Seems like we should cut... Oh, so for Vizier, we basically just have Proven Combatant, which really isn't that good anyway. It's okay, I guess. No, it's pretty bad. Becomes a 4/4 at some point. This is probably pretty good. All of our prowess guys are probably pretty good. We have a lot of spells. I don't know if I'm feeling the Vizier and Proven Combatant anymore. So maybe I could cut that, go to 14 creatures. Like, get off this plan, because it's not that good anyway. And then we just have to cut spells, and we can probably play 16 lands. I mean, it makes Hour of Eternity worse, but it's just one card in our deck, and we can probably still easily get to 7 lands. And at worst, I pay 5 and get a 4/4 Black Zombie, which admittedly is not great, but this can be something. This can be a top deck in the late game that gets you 2 to 3 zombies, which 4/4s, which isn't bad. So I have to make 2 more cuts. Hard removal, we've basically got Open Fire, Deem Worthy. I think I'm going to cut the cancel. Probably just don't need it. And then I need to make 1 more cut. We don't have a Desert for Unquenchable Thirst, but it's still, for 2 mana, can lock down something that's attacked already, so I guess it's kind of already done its job, but we probably still want it versatility-wise. So maybe we cut the Tormenting Voice, which still leaves us with a Tragic Lesson for card advantage. And we're running 16 lands, so we really shouldn't... I imagine we shouldn't run into a ton of situations where we're getting flooded. But it totally can happen. And there's Scribe of the Mindful, too. But we actually do have a good amount of spells to return. Some pretty decent ones. Like, if we could ever cast Hour of Eternity, it'd be tough to cast this twice, because you'd have to have enough creature cards. But still, we can get back like Deem Worthy, which is a great one to get back. Cycle Draw, kill something. 3 to a face. Brute Strength even. There's plenty of things to return with Scribe, so I'm okay with that. Alright, let's get rid of the Tormenting Voice, I think. I think Tragic Lesson's better because instant speed with our prowess is probably better. Curve-wise, we're okay. A little bit clunky in the 3-drop slot, but this looks okay to me. I'm not sure if I like Slitherblade or Proven Combatant more. Like, I do like that you can just keep pushing damage through with Slitherblade, but a lot of people think Slitherblade's basically unplayable if you don't have things that pump it, like equipment and stuff, but I don't know. I'm still willing to try it in here. Interesting deck. Very, very interesting deck. I feel like this deck actually can dish out damage relatively quickly, which is surprising, which makes the Hour of Eternity a little bit more awkward, but even if you look at it as a 5-drop hard-to-cast 4/4 zombie, yeah, it's pretty bad at 5 mana, but I still feel like it's worth trying, so I'm going to try it. So we're pretty even on color. We're obviously going to need more blue than red, so I think we're going to err towards blue. Don't need the black. They want to do... I think 9/7 makes more sense. We really need triple blue to even cast Hour of Eternity. We only need 1 red for our entire deck. So we'll do 9/7. And I don't know how I feel about this deck. I don't think it's fantastic, but we do have we actually have quite a bit of decent removal here. We have an Unsummon, Kindle Fury is a good combat trick, the Thirst, the Edifice, the Open Fire, the Deem Worthy, the Brute Strength, the Consign. So a lot of like ways to interact, some decent bodies. All right, we'll try it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this deck, but we'll try it like this. We'll see you round 1. Thanks for tuning in, folks.